All right, back with a new video. This one is dealing with trade lines, what they are, how they work, what you can do with them after you post them on your report, what the cost is, and the one or the type of trade line that you typically would have. So I want to say before we get started, can you guys hit the like button and subscribe? Trying to circulate these videos for people to see that may need them, the education or service. And then also I come back with different information that people may or may not know. Also I wanted to say that we're going to have another video kind of detailing, should be in the next couple of days, free giveaways for people that hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave comments in the videos. And I mean all of the videos, but like I said, the video coming out will be very detailed, where we'll be giving out free credit repair, trade line inquiry removal and funding program once a month. And then also we'll be doing discounts, 20-25% on different products, for different people. We'll pool each month. So like I said, details on that later. So this particular report we're looking at, the date is June 20th, 2016. As you can see, this person has no accounts, one inquiry, no collections, no public records, no credit score. So this is what I talk to people about who have no credit or do credit repair or enhancement, however you want to say it. You won't have a score once you finish. So you have to put something on there. Basically, you're a high school graduate, you're 18 years old again, you don't have anything. So that makes it very hard for someone to give you approval. You might get a secured card, or you might get lucky and get a $300 limit somewhere, but you're wasting inquiries and that sort of deal trying to do that. So anyway, I'll come back to that, but what I want to show is this person. We added trade lines, maybe it's been about a month, I guess. And so now you can see this person has 5 accounts. Well, actually, it was a duplicate account. It was closed and then reopened, so it was reported twice. But again, there's no inquiries, so the person didn't apply for anything. And I'm going to hit accounts and show you the accounts. So as you can see, this first account was open May 10th, 2012. Let's see what the credit limit is on this one, if it'll show it. The credit limit is here, 10,000. So we'll go to the next one. This one was open February 2013, and the credit limit is 5,000. And let's see, this one, let's see what we got. This one is open June 3rd, so it just became a year, and the credit limit is 20,000. And let's see what else we got. And this one was a duplicate, so I'm not gonna look at that one. Then we have another account that was open 10 years ago, 2007, and the credit limit is 5,000. So here you're looking at person that has 4 trade lines that are active added to their account or their report. And let's look at the overview and see what happened. So now this person is at 751, and this is their TransUnion. So I'm going to pause for a second and go over to their Equifax. So now we're looking at their Equifax, the same for accounts, same accounts, the trade lines that we talked about before. But let's look at the overview. We want to look at the score. So this one is 751. So this person is per Credit Karma, they have an excellent score. Some people will say, well, Credit Karma doesn't actually give the accurate score, and what I'll tell you from my experience, once you're over 700, it pretty much mirrors what you get if you go directly to the credit bureau. So, if it's over 700, 710, 720, you're usually right there within about 5 to 10 points of what the bureau has, if not exactly. So, but kind of going back into the trade lines a little bit, the thing about having these trade lines and they're revolving, and like I said, revolving is usually a credit card, and the trade lines will stay on the report usually 30 days. In some cases we have some trade lines that may stay 60 days. But what you're trying to do with the trade lines is apply for your own account so that you can stay in the 700s, because the trade lines are not going to stay on your report. Like I said, usually they're gone within 30 days. So typically with my clients, we try to get them approved with 3 to 7 accounts, and usually my age group is over 30, typically in their later 30s through early 50s, but we work with anybody. We're trying to get them approvals minimum, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,000. Some cases, if you look at some of my other videos, it's 12, 15, 20,000. So this way you can maintain your score, build it. If you're trying to buy a house or car, you definitely have a score. There are other things that may need to be done, but you can definitely call us and we'll talk about it. But this video, like I said, is for folks who don't know what trade lines are or never seen them posted. I actually had a person ask me, well, can you show me proof? Well, here's proof. And folks said, well, what is my score going to look like when I add it? Well, we just took a guy with nothing, and you see it's 751. So that, like I said, the score is usually going to be somewhere between like 740 to 770. And this guy has 4 trade lines. So now, not saying that if you had 3 or 2, I've actually seen individuals with 2 trade lines and be in the 700s, but they couldn't get approved for more than $1,000 credit limit, maybe $1,500, which in most cases is not a significant number, I think, for someone in their later 30s, 40s, or 50s. So again, give us a call. Here's an example of trade lines, and we talked about what they are. And typically when you have someone say we're going to add trade lines, they're talking about credit cards and they're someone else's account. So the trade lines, and I guess I would be remiss without saying, you could have a relative or a friend or someone that can add you to their credit card, but then you run the risk of them not paying, or they run up the bill. And if you looked at the trade lines that we have, I think only one had a balance, but typically our trade lines has a zero balance, or definitely under 10%, that we'll post on the report. So like I said, give us a call. Paperworks, make sure you like, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I guess we'll see you guys next time.